So why, I don't even know why we're doing this, but I'm finding out more and more every day, right?
Yes.
And honestly, I went to bed one night. I was in an interview. I was on someone interviewed me on their program, lifeless but not leafless, leafless but not lifeless.
Okay.
Yeah, and what it's saying, people who are, you rise up because you're called to do something. Something you don't even know why, right? And you're out there doing. And I'm still recording because sometimes I post this sometimes, the conversation after the fact.
No problem. Yeah.
And so that happened. And I went to sleep and I woke up the next morning and said, I'm doing something about purpose. And I didn't know what to call it. So I talked to my daughter, one of my daughters. I have two daughters.
Okay.
And the thing, a collision came up. Well, is it a collide or collision? So here we are, a collision with purpose, right?
Hmm.
And I started to think, I said, why did that happen? Even I don't even ask questions about that, it happened, just work with it, right? But this time I did. And I said, I remember so many phone calls I'm getting from my friends about their children. They're just all over the place.
Yeah.
They don't have a clue. There's no intentionality in their lives.
Yeah.
Well-meaning, good intended. And guess what? They're spinning wheels.
Hmm.
So I said, that is why that was, I was told to do that.
Uh-huh.
And here we are. And here we are. Yeah, that's part of what brought this on.
Oh, that's good. I mean, even the name A Collision with Purpose, when you sent it to me, I was like, that is so good because for most of us, that's exactly what it is, there's some event or a series of events or something, and we have this collision and we have to be jolted, out of the monotony of
Mhm.
life, that rat race or what, whatever, but that wheel that we get on and we have to, there has to be something that jolts you out of that. And so for most of us, it is. And even more so for a lot of us, um, those collisions, those jolts are painful experiences. Um, and Sometimes I like to say, we find our um, purpose, where our passion and pain collide. And so, yeah, I think you're doing a, a great work and just more of it needs to be done. I wish our schools, but I don't see them changing anytime soon, but I wish our schools and churches too, even would have more discussions like this. Cause like I said, the focus is always on, okay, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Rather than who are you becoming? Who did God create? Who did he design you to become? And yeah. And then even another aspect, with children, with my grown children, um, they are great children and they're living their life and they go through things too. And sometimes we want to help our children or prevent them from going through things. But I had to realize like they're on their purpose journey too. And there's some things that I just can't get involved in. God needs to do that because they have to have that collision too.
Exactly.
So yeah.
And the implications are different, the meaning when they land, and where they're called to. And another thing that is going to happen, and I'm working it now, is part of my business, is as a consultant, right?
Mhm.
Organization development, leadership and strategic management, and leadership is where most of my education is, right?
Awesome.
So I am going to, with friends and supporters and key stakeholders, create an institute around purpose. And we're going to focus on things like introspection as part of the curriculum. We're going to focus on intentionality and those type of things, and as a way of teaching and learning as well, because as I said earlier, as you teach, you learn how to help others to get to that place.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing and building as well.
I think that's just amazing. I think it's so needed. And however I can be a part, if I can play a part, I would love to. Um, when I first got into coaching people, it was strictly about purpose,
Mm,
strictly about purpose. In fact, still one of my pages is up. I haven't posted it a long time ago, but my moniker at the time was Purposeful Lexi.
purposeful.
Um, yeah, and I
Really?
still carry that even in
It's
what
a
I
ring.
do.
It's a
Yeah.
ring. That's that is singing out loud. That's powerful. That's powerful. Mm,
Yeah, and I still carry that, and it's still even though today, and this is what I was talking about, like our callings, the way we do things that can change, but what your purpose is, it never changes. I'm still called to transform lives. I do it now. I lead through finances, but I'm still even in that having the discussion on purpose that is central to you even being successful in your finances. It's
absolutely.
successful to you being, I mean, it's central to being successful in any area of your life.
So your overarching purpose is to transform lives. And that's my takeaway from our conversation. It's the transformation of lives, and you being the vessel. So you're and that's the key. That's the key right there. My, of course, we're writing, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And I think one of the reasons why it's going to be so powerful, what we're doing now is a case study, right? Case study research. And the plan is that we're working is to interview at least 60 participants.
Okay.
And everyday people. You said we're regular people. I don't want it to be someone that's over there or there. Everyday people, the lived experiences of everyday normal people going about their lives. And from that, so it's a case study, it's a qualitative case study. And we're going to look for themes.
Mhm.
So the two that stand out the most is what we're going to write about. So if
Mhm.
it's purpose through pain, some of yours is, right?
Yeah.
Through
Yeah.
pain, all those things that happened back in 2008, 2011, purpose through pain, you discovered and your collision came about you. So,
Yeah.
so a lot of it is that's what we're seeing, purpose through pain.
Mhm.
And we're also seeing that through a grouping of the, organizing the information, the data, what we're also seeing is that some individuals just strictly believe it's one thing, it's destiny. So that's standing out big time as
Mhm.
well. And then,
Mhm.
so so it's gonna be based on the lived experiences of 60 individuals.
Nice.
And I think that is what is gonna be so powerful about it, to give it reach and have it create, build momentum and grow.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm amazed, and I know that what you're doing, you're definitely going to be successful because you're doing what God has asked you to do. And he's got higher heights that he's going to be taking you to, um, heights that you can't even imagine, but you just keep getting up each day and doing what he's called you to do.
It's all about the work, you know. I,
Uh-huh.
I take myself, I'm out of there, it's the work. And it's interesting. I get people calling me. I'm not an expert on purpose.
Yeah, yeah.
I know. I barely know mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
a coach. So they call me up and say, how do I no, hold on, let's have a conversation. And then through the conversation, we will just make some discoveries. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
To carry that, to be the expert on anything. I just want to be the person learning with you, you know, as
Yeah,
we grow and hopefully get better at it. Yeah. So that's what this is about.
yeah. This is awesome.
It's
It's
gonna
really
be
awesome. And
gonna
I've had a chance to listen to some of the conversations that you've done previously, so they've been great.
be interesting, right?
Oh, yeah.